goodness, guys, it is cold out here. Yeah, we've had some freezing weather. I mean, we've been high of 50s and 40s during the day and 30s and 20s at night here in North Carolina. Um, so this would be my first garden walk for December um, of 2024, the fall garden. I do see some little issues and whatnot in the garden, but it's part of gardening. What can we do? We can't treat our gardens like they're little babies. We got to let them be self-sufficient and be able to acclimate to the different weather temperatures. That's why in the winter and the fall, I don't plant a whole lot of stuff because I'm not coming out here and babysitting this garden. It's gonna be survival of the fittest out here. That's my personal preference, and that's just what I do. I only planted brassicas anyway. All of my other things are in the greenhouse, but I only planted brassicas anyway because I don't want to come out here in the wintertime. Okay, as I was saying, I don't want to come out here in the wintertime and be digging in this garden. So, and also, it does look a mess because the leaves are falling. There's nothing I can do about it now. I got to wait and clean it up when the springtime comes. So you're going to have to just disregard the mess, okay? All right, here we go. So as you see over here is still all of my collards. I will be doing a big harvest this week because I am starting to put away a lot of food via either canning or freezing. So yeah, so I will talk about that too. But we have some kale back there in the back, and these are my Georgia collards. And then we got some more collards. And then we have some broccoli, which has a really nice head right here. So I will be harvesting that broccoli. I will be harvesting some of these leaves and putting those away as well. We have more broccoli over here. These heads are not as ready yet. This is I think it's called Waltham broccoli. They grow a little differently. I'm sorry. This is a Waltham broccoli. It grows a little different. So I've already harvested the top, and as you see, we got some side shoots. That's that lettuce bed, which is gone. Over here, we got a bed of a little bit of everything, some pak choys. This right here, is a bush bean. I wanted some pods to dry on it, so I'm gonna harvest those beans and sit them inside of the potting shed and let them dry out there. We have more collards back here, and guys, again, I will be harvesting a lot of these collards and putting them away. These okra plants I think they're going to be done with. They do have some okra pods on them. Same thing, I want them to dry for the seeds. We have a cabbage and a broccoli over here. Same thing here. We'll be harvesting that broccoli head. That's a cabbage over there. But again, everything is surviving. Last night we got down to like 26 here in North Carolina. So 2 more broccoli heads. I will be harvesting this one today as well. Getting that harvested and put away. We have a cabbage there. We have a cabbage there. These are Brussels sprouts. And as you see, we got some little frost damage right there. And Brussels sprouts, we got a little bit of frost damage. This one looks like it's eat up a little bit, so I'm gonna have to come out here and see what's going on with that one. We have another broccoli plant and head. We have a cabbage back there. We got a head in there too. So right here we have all of these collards and 2 broccoli plants in there. As you see, there is some frost damage on them, and so I will be doing a really big harvest on this collard bed here and putting those up. You know, you will hear me say that a lot because I have a lot of food out here that I need to put up because we don't want to lose or waste it. We have some lacinato or dino kale. See, these right here, the frost got them real bad. We will be harvesting that and getting that up. We got some beets down here. I will be harvesting, making some beet juice, and then drying out the pulp so we will have beetroot powder. So that's what will be going on there. So we'll be harvesting that. These are the tree collards that I already harvested from, but look, they've grown back. So I'll be harvesting again. And that's to have a small collard plant there. Of course, more collards here. We have more collards here. And we have some celery. So I will be coming out here to harvest some of this celery and put it inside of, because I'm going to be taking my turkey, leftover turkey, and making some turkey broth and canning that. And so I will do a video later about, you know, my goals for 2025 as far as putting up food and so forth. But again, more collards, more celery, and 2 cabbages. Of course, all the fruit trees are starting to lose their leaves. And so once they do, I will prune these down some because I don't want them to be too tall. We got a few raspberries on that bush over there. The muscadine grapevine is finally dying back. More pak choi and lettuce over here. Cabbage, I'm sorry. And of course, the kiwi vine is dying back because of the frost. A collard, another broccoli. So everything does seem to be doing fairly well. I do have some things started in the greenhouse, and every time I say that I got stuff started for next year, people know what I got started. It's not a lot. I just have some these are the pepper plants, and that are growing really well. It's really warm in here. Cherry tomatoes. This is that right there that says oops. We're not sure what that is. My husband was out, saw a citrus tree, brought home the citrus. We ate it. It tastes more like a grapefruit to me than it did a lemon. So I saved the seeds and threw them in this pot. And as you see, they're starting to germinate. So it'll be a couple years before that grows. I have my oregano in here. That's another artichoke plant. Some lavender started. That's a piece of a Meyer lemon. Some volunteer tomato plants. My other lemon tree. My pineapples are in here, which I am super duper worried about. These are some young collard plants that I brought in here. They were too young to be outside because they weren't established. And that's about it. I got some 2 sweet potatoes up there. One is in dirt, one is in water. The one in water is starting to root, the one in dirt is not. And so that's about it that's going on in the greenhouse. I know this video is seeming to be long, but like I said, it's a lot going on out here. The hens have started slowing way down on the laying, which is expected this time of the year. So I'm getting about 2 eggs a day, but the same hens are not laying, so I may get between 2 to 3 eggs a day. So I'm getting maybe a half a dozen. I'm lucky if I get a full dozen a week, and I have 6 hens. So, and I have given them and have done it. It's just what they do. But in the summertime, I get an abundance of eggs, more eggs than I can eat. But they're doing fine. But the funny thing about the hens, let me tell you. So I come out here to check on things before I go to bed, make sure that the door is closed on the greenhouse. And I'll come out here and it'll be cold. And they'll be sitting out here on this roost. Now, when I first had chickens or got my chickens, everybody would be like, you got to do this and cover it for the chickens. They don't like the cold, and grab a heat lamp and this is that and the other. I come out here, it is cold, and they sitting out here on that roost right there. So they do have plenty of hay and things inside their little house, but I found that they have gotten to the point where they're out here until who knows how late. I don't come back out here after about 8 o'clock, and they're still sitting out here on this roost. So I'm not buying anything. I'm not buying anything for them little heifers, because they seem to be okay with the cold thus far. So that's the garden tour for December 2024. I will not do another one till probably January. I'm not gonna, because it's not really much to show y'all. Unless something drastic happens, then I'll come out here and let you guys know what I'm doing. I'll follow up on the haul video, and then we'll talk about goals and things for next year and next growing season, because it'll be here before you know it. That is one of the reasons why I'm starting my seed so early, because I want a good size sprout. I don't want teeny baby sprouts. But yeah, happy growing, people.